Recording?
Mm-hmm.
Alright guys, just got my new fairing kit. I had ordered it from King's Motorcycle Fairings and figured I'd do a YouTube review on it. I feel like when I was looking to purchase fairings, King's Motorcycle Fairings was popping up on, I guess, Google search and on social media, but there wasn't a lot of reviews, so that was one thing I wish I would have seen more of. So now that I have my fairing kit, I guess I'll help other riders and we'll see how this fairing kit turned out. I got it late last night. I'll be opening it for the first time right now. I guess my initial thoughts, I'm impressed with how small the box is. I thought that there was going to be either multiple boxes or a much larger box. But all in all, it's a good size, maybe 1.5 feet by, we'll call it 2 feet by foot high. So all in all, not too large. Let's see. It has it does have the weight on here. So this is a 21-pound box with the fairing kit in it. So for whoever needs to know the weight, I guess you can reference the kit I bought. So 21 pounds here. I don't know, box quality, just a normal box. There's a shit ton of tape on it, but I'd rather there be more tape than not enough. What else can I tell you before I crack this baby open? Yeah, nothing more to say. It's just a box, so let's see what's inside. That's what's important. Alright. Trying to get this open without scratching the fairings. I don't know if there's bubble wrap or the styrofoam peanuts or what. I hope there should at least be something for fairings being plastic. And all right, so yeah, she's wrapped nicely, it looks like. Somewhat like Tetrised in there. Hopefully everything is intact. It looks like from a packaging sense, let me put this here, packaging sense, a styrofoam, tape, and some bubble wrap. No floating or broken pieces yet, but I guess we'll find out. Before I start opening up, I probably should have started this video off with saying the bike that I have been riding over the last, 6 years or so is a 2007 Honda CBR. It's a 600. She's a great bike, but just needed, it's a 2007 if I didn't mention that, so just wanted to put some new cleaner fairings on it. I didn't go with like the craziest design, but still one that pops out. It's a nice bright orange with black and silver as well. So I'm excited to see, the colors and if orange is actually orange and if it looks like the photos that were on the store that I saw online at the, the King's website. So let's start taking this apart here. Let's see what's behind door number 1. My goal is to have a short video, but I also don't want to rush and scrape the shit out of my new pieces. So bear with me as I open these delicately. But first impressions as I open up this first piece, which appears to be, one piece among the several pieces on the side fairing. Yeah. Decals are on. The font of the decals look accurate to what I would expect the CBR decals to look like. The paint quality looks nice, smooth. It's nice metallic flake in the silver. I don't know if you can see that in the light. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how long that took, 60 seconds to unpackage a small piece, so I guess that goes to show that they took the time to package these pieces, because again, these are plastic pieces and they're not extremely thick, and they're sharp angles, at least for my CBR. So not, you know, depending on what you're riding, but irregardless, I would assume that most of the pieces will have these sharp type of angles, so it's good that they use packaging and it can fit in this box. So yeah, there it is. We got the holes so I don't have to drill. So yeah, that's piece number one. Let's continue. This looks, so for time's sake, this is the same exact piece. I'll keep that one intact for now. No idea what this is. Seems like two pieces. Oh, there we go. I don't know what the names of these are, but it looks just like two I guess filler pieces. Matte black finish. Feels good. I mean, yeah. Those seem accurate. So far, so good. Yeah, looks like some additional side pieces. Yeah, so yeah, as I look at this, okay, so we got a larger bag. It's like all of those smaller filler pieces that are matte black, probably matte black on every bike, which is nice, you know. If I don't remember seeing these pieces online, so I guess that's just a nice little surprise. I thought it was just gonna be everything that was painted, but these are the additional pieces. So it looks, I mean, as of right now, it appears to be a full, like truly a full fairing kit, not just the primary pieces that typically get scratched up. So that's nice. I mean, damn, this is even, this is part of the tail section for the seat assembly. I mean, I definitely didn't order all that, so, okay. This looks like a part of the seat cowl as well. This looks like the plastic that goes for the front nose. Some more, again, I don't know what they're called. I'll just call them the filler pieces, the matte black filler pieces. So, that's nice. Some additional ones. And so far, from what I've seen, none of those were broken. Get this knife out of the way. All right, let's get to the meat and potatoes here. So it looks like this is the tank cover. So that was one thing I remember being on the fence about, but I figured if I'm gonna buy a fairing kit, I might as well make sure the tank is accurate. And you know, orange can mean a lot of different things to different people. There's obviously different shades. So I figured if I'm gonna buy the kit, I might as well make sure that the tank matches. So that's what I did, and let's see how she looks. Like the other pieces. Oh baby. Yeah, she's nice and glossy, clean. I mean, I would consider myself meticulous, anal. I like to think that I have a good eye for detail, and so when I'm looking at this, I'm really inspecting, the craftsmanship. If I'm going to spend money, I want it to be right. So I'm looking at this tank. That's just debris from the packaging. I don't know if the camera can pick that up, but it's just debris. I mean, yeah, it's about as good as a tank cover could get. I'm trying to look at it in the light as well, just trying to look for any imperfections in the paint, and not just paint spray, but I'm looking at the line work as well. I mean, when I look at it from a bird's eye view or a high level view, it's like this, they're symmetrical, which is good. The decals applied well. There's no like raise or lift, similar to the other piece we looked at. They have the drill holes, or the holes for the hardware. As most pieces on, I guess, any vehicle, the inside is not painted, but I assume that's because there's no reason for that. I don't know if that bugs you, but it doesn't bug me. I would have done the same thing. So, all right, that's the tank. Looks good. Yep, that orange, perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna echo what I said earlier. I'm genuinely impressed with how many pieces. I mean, you can see in the box how many pieces are in this relatively small box. From what I don't know if I just had the wrong expectations. I just thought it was going to be a lot bigger. You think about the size of the motorcycle, I think it would be bigger, but all right, this is definitely another piece for the side fairings. For the CBR, the side fairing isn't like one massive piece. It does have several components to it. Oh man, that black is perfect. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that, but that's clean. Everything is, light and thin, but it doesn't seem like, I'm not gonna try and see how much bend it can take, but I'm giving a good amount of pressure on both ends, and it's sturdy. There's flex, but it's not like it's not gonna snap or break within reason. So, that's always one of my biggest concerns when ordering pretty much anything, is like, what's the quality? And even if they look good, which these have looked great so far, one of the biggest questions, or equally important, is this shit gonna last? And is it gonna maintain its structure? And this seems, so far so good. Let's put it that way. I'm happy. Oh, nice. Oh, hell yeah. So this is the windscreen. Woo! It's clean. I know it's just a windscreen, but it was free, so I'll take it. And I'll repeat what I just said, especially since this was free or included in my order. I figured it would be, a millimeter thick and just a piece of shit and something I would never use, but this is a legit windscreen you would buy at any parts store from the Honda facility. So cool. All right, King's motorcycle fairings. Not too shabby. All right, let's keep going. I'm gonna try and pick pieces I haven't opened. So obviously one tank. This looks like the same side fairing piece I just opened. Let me place that over here. I'm making a mess. Maybe at the end of this video, I'll spread everything out so I get a nice shot of it, or take a picture and do whatever with it. But let's just continue to do it piece by piece. So this one is for whatever reason, this particular piece, even though I guess it doesn't have the sharpest edge, it's not as sharp as the side fairings, but it has probably more packaging than the other pieces I've opened so far, but I'm not complaining. Just an observation for you guys viewing. And, you know, I'd appreciate if you guys gave me any comments on the video review. Is it too much information, not enough information? Is it too fast, too slow? Because I have another bike that I'm going to be buying fairings for, and as of right now, I'm going to buy from King's again when the time is right, and I'll do a review for that as well. Just figured maybe some consistency would be good, so you can get a second opinion from the same guy. And this looks like the front tire guard. Again, looks good. Paint looks good. I can't remember if I mentioned this, but there is a gloss, like a clear gloss on top. So that's good. Not only does it keep it looking shiny and, you know, wet at all times, but a nice protective layer. Even on the metallic piece, you know, the silver side piece, not only did it have the metallic speck in the paint, but had a nice gloss finish to it. So it really does up the quality of the appearance. It makes it look like the bike is brand new, coming right off of the lot. So cool. Yeah, you can just see it popping on the black blanket I put down. Perfect. Moving along here. So this is the tailpiece. Yeah. So I already pointed out earlier, but I was surprised about the amount of pieces that came with this fairing kit, including some of the hardware and some of the components for the tail section. I just thought it was going to be a tail, and that was that. But I'm not complaining. All right, here we are, the iconic decals on the back. So, I mean, I'm super happy with this so far. I don't know what else to say, you know. It's clearly nice. Again, the spray underneath is, you know, it's sprayed. It's not finished, but it is at least sprayed. So if you get any glimpse from the undercarriage, you can, you know, see that there's some uniformity. But all this stuff that's not finished, that's never going to be visible anyways. And I guess when I take off my stock fairings, I'll see if the stock manufacturers do the same approach. I would I would guess that even the originals have an unfinished bottom, just from a time standpoint, and I guess like a cost standpoint. They're really, at the end of the day, there's no reason to paint all of it, so I'm happy with that. I'm fine with that. I'm picky, but I'm not ridiculous. So all right, anyways, there we go. Got the decals, the orange and black. Like when looking at the tank and every other piece, I'm looking for any bumps in the paint, you know, bubbles. I'm looking at just the straightness of the lines. You know, what should be straight, is it straight? What should be curved, is it curved? And then at the right angle, are they applied symmetrically to both sides? You know, is this Honda sticker centered? Is it crooked? Is it diagonal? Is it peeling? Like, taking my time here, especially for, again, you viewers trying to make an educated decision. All right, put this over here. This looks like the top of the tail. Sweet. Cool. Few pieces left here. I can already see through the bubble wrap that this looks like the bottom. Oh, all right, cool. I'm glad I grabbed this piece, because this was a big, like, concern, if you will, a question that I didn't want to assume, but I ended up somewhat assuming. So my answer was just, or my question was just answered, I should say, which was, is there any protection from the exhaust and the heat? And as you can see, they applied this, and I guess in hindsight, I could have just contacted them and asked, but when I make up a decision to buy something for my bike, I get too excited and just pull the trigger. And this time it worked out. So let me get this off. So again, gloss finish just makes it look so fresh. Decals nicely applied, but none of that was a surprise, but this was a good surprise. So I don't wanna unpeel it, but I guess if I were to describe it, it's just a nice inner lining. I believe they call it what's it called? I'm blanking out. You know, shielding from the heat. You don't want it to warp. You don't want it to melt. You don't want any of the heat from the exhaust and the road and the overall engine to melt the paint and the plastic and all that. So you get the picture. Moral of the story is it's there. So thank you Kings. All right, same piece, other side. Let's see there. I almost forgot about the nose. Let's open this up, see how she looks. So far, so good. I would say out of all the pieces, this is perhaps the most delicate, at least for my CBR. You know, I guess it would vary on the bike, but check that out. Not bad. You know, it's got the flex that you would want for the front nose. It's got a nice design, simple but super clean. Man, I'm loving this orange. So clean. Here, you know what? Let's do this. Let's see whether or not underneath here. So you can tell at rough pass that this is the correct windscreen. So that's a plus. Again, it was a free windscreen. I didn't know what to expect, but it's thick, it seems high quality, and it's not just a generic universal windscreen. It's legit for my bike. So I'm excited for this. I'm excited. All right. Last but not least, I got a bolt kit. So I was hesitant on the bolt kit because obviously my bike has the hardware, but a lot of my hardware that I have is pretty, I would say 65% of it is rusty. So I figured I might as well buy a bolt kit. And you know, a lot of the bolt kits I saw, because I was going to buy it separately, they were super expensive. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, as long as, for me, it's like if the bolts hold up and they last from a paint standpoint, you know, they don't rust, then I'm good. But so a lot of the bolt kits I saw were like $100. And that, I don't know, for bolts, it's a little ridiculous. So that being said, I went with the bolts that Kings had. Kings, if I remember, it was 25. It was like $30 for my CBR. So the price was right. And it appears, you know, this bag is heavy, so it's not a plastic bolt kit. It's got all the clamps, it appears. Yeah, all the clamps, washers, and of course the bolts. 2 different size wrenches. So cool, I like it. It comes in a nice little plastic container too. I guess I can toss my old bolts in there and keep those as backups if I ever lose one or one rusts or what, for whatever reason. If I need to have some of the old bolts, I can just toss them in here. So there we have it.